Hello everyone, welcome to the Ginger Snaps here. My name is Steven, and today I'm going to be continuing my Friday the 13th series review with Friday the 13th Part 3, which was released in 1982. But I'm not going to be doing this alone. That is right, I actually have a guest here today. He's been with us for many years, and I'm very thankful to actually have him here today. Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Voorhees. Welcome, Jason.
Hey everyone, it's actually great to be here on Steven's channel here and actually be a part of, his video reviews on my films actually, and I mean, it means a lot to me, man. Thanks for reviewing my movies, man.
Well, I'm more thankful to have you here with me. So, tell me, Jason, what have you been up to since your last film?
Well, just clean the campground, brushing mom's hair, brushing her teeth, just, updating my machete collection, killing a few teens here and there, celebrate my birthday, and, hanging out with the boys, the good old boys on Elm Street or in Haddonfield, just the usual.
That's great to hear, man. Once again, thanks for being here to help me review your movies. Which reminds me, where were you on my other reviews? I mean, I just reviewed 2 of your movies, and now I'm on part 3. What happened?
Well, I mean, there's a pandemic going around. I mean, something called COVID-19. Oh, I don't fucking really know about that, but I mean, it's kind of hard to get here, actually, when you think about it.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, sorry about that. Fuck. Yeah, 2020 is a really fucked up year, isn't it? So you took a plane?
No. I walked. I always walk.
Really? Seriously?
Yeah. What's wrong with that? That's more realistic than, me driving. I mean, fuck, Michael's more guilty of that. I mean, do you ever see me, driving in any of my movies at all?
You steered a boat to a ship at one point.
Okay, that doesn't count at all. It does not count.
Okay, fine. Whatever. Anywho, let's get started. This is Friday the 13th, Part 3.
You forgot something.
What did I forget?
It's actually pronounced Friday the 13th, Part 3 in 3D.
Oh, yes, that's right. Friday the 13th, Part 3 had a 3D gimmick added to it, which other horror films did when they came up with their third film. So, excuse me for a second. Put on 3D glasses. Let's begin. So the film begins recapping the second film, just pretty much right at the end of it. Just like how the second one recapped the first one, the third one recaps the second one. Jason has gotten out of his little predicament with the machete in his collarbone. He takes that out. We do crash to a title card, which is all in 3D, and, yeah, I mean, he pretty much, goes out and changes clothing, just randomly out of the blue. If there's anything I've learned in the whole Friday the 13th franchise, the movies are never consistent with each other. There is no continuity. Nothing. Anywho, Jason kills these 2 people who own a shop, ran by a husband who can't watch his weight, and a woman who likes to knit a lot and watch daytime TV or nighttime TV at this fucking rate. Anywho, we are then cut to our teenagers of the whole entire movie, which are pretty much, the stereotypical kind of teenagers, but they're not camp counselors. In the first and second and the third, we're treated with teenagers, but in different kinds of light. I mean, in the first film, it was camp counselors, preparing to open Camp Crystal Lake for the campers to show up. And then, of course, in the second one is a campground for camp counselors in training, I guess. And then this one is just a bunch of teenagers who are just going out to a house that they have in the woods and, you know, having a great time, having a good weekend or whatever, right? So, naturally, you know, that's when we're introduced to our characters. Of course, one of them being our lead actress who had a troubling time coming back to this place because of some traumatic event that had happened prior to that. So we don't get to know about that until later on in the movie. Sure enough, you know, some of the characters, they go to a gas station to get supplies. That's where we finally learn that Jason's from Green Valley, New Jersey. And, you know, if anyone wanted to know where Camp Crystal Lake was, it's in New Jersey. There you go. Anywho, they run into some bikers, and, you know, the bikers trash their car, they trash the bikers' bikes, they go back to the place to, you know, get some revenge. And also in this time frame, we also have Jason still lurking in the back, where you can't even see his face. Like, you can't even see it at all. Like, they keep him in shadow, or they film from behind him. And, you know, obviously Jason, throughout the whole franchise, he's looked grotesque. He's looked pretty bad, and is that good to say?
Okay, I'm a little self-conscious right now, okay? I mean, I do care about my appearance, okay? I mean, like, fuck, I couldn't figure out what to wear. I mean, the potato sack, yeah, sure, I mean, it was fine, but I mean, I couldn't wear that anymore. You know how stupid that looked?
Well, truth be told, there's a bigger reason why you don't wear that sack anymore. The actor who did play him in part 2 had to wear double-sided tape on the bottom of his eye and right above his eyebrow and develop burns, just because he wanted to hold the hole perfectly still so that every time he ran or whatever, you know, he can see.
Shit. Poor guy. I mean, yeah, you're playing me and everything, but I mean, poor guy.
Well, hey, you know what? Don't worry about it. He's okay now. You know, he's moved on, but, you know, sucks that happened. Anywho, let's continue. And as tradition in every Friday the 13th movie, we have to have our typical stereotypes. We do have a bunch of stoners in this movie. We have, shockingly, a pregnant woman who I guess is maybe 2-3 weeks in, I guess, with her boyfriend who's kind of an asshole, but a lovable asshole, I must say. And then, of course, you know, our lead with her boyfriend, who I'm only assuming is her boyfriend. I mean, it looked like they broke up, or they took a break, and they're trying to rekindle something. And then, of course, we have Shelley, who is the practical joker and the actor of the whole entire group, who has a lunchbox with him, full of his stuff for the weekend. Bullshit. Okay? Bullshit. I'm calling fucking bullshit on that one, because there's no fucking way. Like, literally, when you watch the movie, that's literally all he fucking has, is that lunchbox. He didn't bring any bedding with him. He didn't bring extra clothes with him. He didn't bring fucking even deodorant or fucking shower shampoo or fucking even a toothbrush, okay? Not even a change of underwear, okay? He just brought that. I'm calling bullshit on this. Okay? Jason, what did you think of the typical teens of the 80s?
Oh, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was kind of annoyed of them, but looking back now, I miss them. I mean, look at teenagers nowadays. I mean, like they already got tattoos now. I mean, they care more about their TikTok. I don't fucking know. Those little videos, hopefully they go viral and whatnot. I mean, they're so confused. I mean, they don't even know what gender they are anymore. I mean, like, come on. I mean, they're more scared about some weird pandemic than a mass killer coming to chop their head off.
Man. Times must have been a lot easier back then. I mean, for you to deal with teenagers, I have to agree with you on that one. I was born in the 90s, so I don't know what the hell the 80s kids were like. Anywho, so we then have to pretty much go on with this. I mean, we do get maybe a few kills here and there. We do get introduced to this this thing that Shelly is going through, where, of course, he did have a date, a blind date, I guess you could say. It was one of the characters, and you can tell she's not really interested in him. I mean, she's trying to be, but at the same time, she's kind of like, look, like, to the equivalent of today. It is pretty much, she's going to friend zone his ass. Just simple as that, she's going to friend zone his ass. So he scares her again, wearing a hockey mask, jumping out from the lake. And, you know, he pretty much lays it out for her. Like, I just want you to like me. And, she's, you know, she's even sitting there saying, like, I do like you, but not when you do these stupid things like, well, I have to. I mean, like, I just have to. And then, you know, kind of walks off, whatever, right? And then notices something in the barn, goes in, investigates. Never a fucking good idea in these movies. Then she's sitting at the dock, you know, pretty much just, you know, looking through his wallet, kind of looking at this picture like, you know what? Maybe there's something there. But drops the fucking wallet in the goddamn lake, so she has to go and retrieve it. And that's when we finally see, for the very first time, Jason in his hockey mask.
Oh, now that is a look I got used to. As you all can clearly see. Chicks dig the mask, I will have to say. Did you know I was actually up for playing in the NHL? I mean, don't get me wrong, the mask is good for, you know, killing and whatnot and hiding my identity. But I would have been one hell of a goaltender.
The NHL. Really? Oh, shit, man. How come you didn't make it?
I drowned at Crystal Lake because of some fucking horny teenagers. Duh.
Oh, right. Yeah, that little detail.
Yeah. Look at the goalies back then. Couldn't even stop a slap shot from Wayne Gretzky. I mean, I could have just threw my machete at him and boom, no more Great One.
Well, that was interesting to listen to. Anywho, let's get back to the review. This is when shit gets right down to the fucking wire. Jason's picking off people left, right, and center, killing them one by one. Even some of the worst fucking acting of all time with the one stoner chick. Ah, everyone's dead. Like, oh my god, fucking horrible acting there. Then, of course, our two main characters are pretty much coming back. And they are coming back from having some alone time where a scene comes up, which is quite possibly the weirdest fucking scene in all the franchise. It's a story of how she explains this traumatic event. And as she's talking about it, she starts to fade to the flashback while still kind of on her, like at the same time. So it's like fading out, in, out, in, out. And it's like, you can kind of see Jason. And that's the thing, it's Jason. But he looks exactly how he's dressed in this film, particularly. So it's like, wait, did he fucking change into those clothes at that time? When the fuck did this happen? But it's weird because as she's talking about what happens, it's fading to it, and fading out, then fading in, then fading out. And it's fucking so stupid. It's like, what the fuck were you thinking on that one? I've never seen any fucking movie replicate that kind of scene. Never. I've never seen it. If it has been replicated, please let me fucking know in the comments. But I'm going to go off a limb here and say this movie is the only one that has done it. I'm just going to say that now. Then, of course, we're then in the stretch of it where Jason has now killed her boyfriend, the main character's boyfriend, and we're hit with quite possibly the oddest occasion in the Friday the 13th franchise of Jason You know, I mean, like, number 2 was bad, but this one, very slapsticky, I must say. Jason, I know, is still a human in this movie. He's not quite what we know him later on in the franchise. But I have to say this very lightly. Holy shit. You got your fucking ass handed to you, sir.
I've been through worse.
Been through worse. Okay, besides the fact that these are hurting my eyes, let me break this down for you, okay? She hit you with falling books.
Hey, could have happened to anybody. I mean, sure, it was books, but I mean, come on. Maybe I want to read later. I don't know.
She trapped herself in a closet, and when you were trying to break into it, she stabbed your fucking hand, started swinging the knife at you, and you were backing off, and then stabs you in the fucking kneecap.
I was concussed.
She hit you with a log from behind.
I didn't see her.
While you were choking her in the van, she trapped you, not by anything, but the door window.
Okay, yes. She got me there. I mean, that was embarrassing, yes. But I headbutted the window. That looked badass. Oh, you're gonna make fun of me for the fact that she dropped on me when she fell from the rafters of the barn?
Actually, no. I understand that she was above you for that, so, I mean, it's gonna be hard for you to see her on that one, so, no, I'm not even gonna bash you for that one at all.
Oh, thank you. At least you understood that one.
Well, you know what? You're welcome, Jason. I mean, I did kind of bash you a little bit there, but hear me out on this, okay? The chase then proceeds to go up to the top of the barn, and of course, Jason gets knocked out. He gets a rope tied around his neck, and then she pushes him right outside. And it's very clear that he, obviously hung. He fucking drops, right? And she goes to investigate, which is never the best fucking idea. But, she does, and he surprises her, and he lifts up his mask to, I guess, get the noose off his neck, and she sees his face, which then she recognizes him and realizes this is the same guy that I met years ago, which, he gives her like a snarl, right? And then puts the mask back down, drops, grabs the machete. He's about to fucking kill her because she's cornered, technically. But the black biker gang guy, he's still alive. He was knocked out. He wasn't even killed yet, which a lot of people thought he was probably killed. But then Jason, cuts his hand off and then, stabs him. And then he starts fucking, going down on him and everything. That's when she notices the axe right beside her. She picks up, and you can fucking totally tell by the way how she's holding that axe and how the blade looks. It's a rubber fucking axe. It's a prop. But he turns around and, gets it right to the fucking head. And, going across his hand, and you get that last little 3D effect where he, does this, right? And, he reaches out to her, but he falls. He essentially dies. Then, of course, we think it's all over, and then it's the next day where she has passed out on a boat. How she got on that boat, we don't really fucking know. But she then sees Jason in the window, and he's trying to get out, and she's, trying to get the fuck out of there, right? Get out of there. He breaks through the fucking door, and for anyone, I forgot to mention this on part 2, Jason does run. And in this one, he still fucking runs. So he's running after her, and she's trying to get the fuck free, but he's gone. And then all of a sudden, Pamela Voorhees, with reattached head and all, comes out of the water and pulls her in. So then all of a sudden she wakes up. She fucking has lost her fucking mind. And it's very apparent that that was just a dream. Obviously, that was just a fucking dream. But the payoff of that dream was just so random. Because it's like, okay, so the mom is coming out of the lake? What? That's a little fucking weird in my fucking eyes, to be truthfully honest with you. I do kind of have to bring this up, because I am curious on this. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I gotta be honest with you, man. It's stupid. I mean, of course it was a dream. My mom's head is cut off. And to think of it, actually, I remember cutting her head off. Like, I know I did. How come it's not shown in the movie? Like, why a dream sequence? I know I cut her head off. What happened to that?
Oh, that scene was actually cut and was replaced with that dream.
What the fuck? That's bullshit.
Yep. Well, that's where we then leave off to where she is then carted away in a police car, and then the camera pans to Jason's body, still laying in the barn with the axe in his head, and then cut to the lake, pretty much. And yeah, that's how the movie ends. And that is actually the review of Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D. Initial thoughts, like I said, we finally get the established Jason in this movie. The kills are a little bit more memorable, this one. You know, we do have a few things here and there that maybe are a little bit nitpicks. But rewatching this movie, I do have that appreciation for it. So it still has that rewatchable thing, but I mean, if you're going to watch it in 3D, like the 3D glasses that we have here, probably best not. It's kind of a strain on the eyes. I'm waiting for that box set that is going to be coming out sometime soon, hopefully. And hopefully they actually have updated this movie to be on better 3D. Hopefully it's not the green and red glasses again, but other than that, like, yeah, like, the movie, if I have to give it a rating, it's gotta be like a 7 out of 10, because, like, it does have that replay value for me, especially with the kills, and yes, with the 3D gimmick, it's still fucking good. Characters on the other side, you know, I have my gripes with them, whatever. I do have to really thank you, Jason, of all people, for actually coming here to help me do this review on your third film, which, you know, you were finally established in, but I do have to really thank you. I mean, sorry for bashing you a little too harsh there, but thank you for actually helping me with this one.
Well, thanks for having me here, Steven. I mean, it was fun and all, I mean, besides the bashing and everything, but I had fun. I can't wait for your next review, actually, and to be truthfully honest with you, I actually want to be a part of that one.
That is correct. The next movie me and Jason will be talking about is Friday the 13th, Part 4. The final chapter. Other than that, this has been the Ginger Snaps here. My name is Steven, and we'll check in with you guys later.